What's going on YouTube? It's your boy CamATL and welcome back to another NFL Showdown with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're going to love it. Comment anything in the comment section to enter your name into the $50 giveaway I do every single week on this channel. I forgot to mention that in the early video, but yeah, go ahead and comment something to make sure. Go to the earlier video earlier on in the week on Tuesday. Make sure you comment anything in that one. Make sure you comment anything on this one. Then make sure you comment anything on tomorrow's because next week on Tuesday when I do the new week's video, I'll announce the winner for this last week's $50 giveaway. All right. Thank you guys for joining me as always. I have a good grasp on this showdown right now. By the way, main slate was a little rough on your boy week one, but every single showdown was money. I'm talking about we almost got takedowns on multiple showdowns this last weekend. So it's time to go ahead and keep that momentum going. Greenlightdfs.com to join the squad. When you join the squad for week two, you will get college. You will get this showdown tonight. You'll get college football. You'll get Sunday main. You'll get Sunday showdown and Monday showdown. That is everything you get with the packages with us. All right. Also, when you get a package with us, make sure you take advantage of having the optimizer. If you want to max enter, play around with projections and stuff like that, that is there on the optimizer on Greenlight DFS as well. All right. So let's go ahead and get straight into this. All right. So starting off at captain. Well, there's a player I want to start this whole thing off with because, I mean, honestly, in my opinion, they're locked. All right. Diamy Brown. Diamy Brown is a lock to me because he's only 1,400 and he played 98% of snaps in week one. This kid is on the field almost the entire game, and he's only 1-4. He is a starting wide receiver who's on the field 98% of the time, and he's only 1-4. They messed that price tag up. I know he didn't have a great week one, but at the end of the day, this kid is on the field a ton and should be able to hit value at 1-4. I feel like he could possibly get in the end zone here in this one. Even though it is a toughish matchup on the perimeter receivers this week, and we'll talk about that. But Diamy Brown, regardless of matchup, regardless of anything, this is a rookie receiver that was on the field 98% of the time, week one. So, with that being said, the only person who was on the field more than Diamy Brown on Washington was McLaurin, who played 100% of offensive snaps. But Diamy Brown played 98% of offensive snaps. He's only 1-4. So I love Diamy Brown. He is a locked value in my opinion. I absolutely love him. My favorite play on Washington is Antonio Gibson. Matter of fact, I've been playing with him at captain. I'm going to go ahead and put him at captain. I've been playing around with it. Here's the thing. There's multiple ways this could go. First and foremost, week one, the Giants gave it up on the ground. Plain and simple. They're not looking good versus the run. Antonio Gibson looked great week one. He is at home in Washington in a game where Washington's expected to be up. So that would mean the game script for Washington, majority of this game will be run heavy. Even regardless, you know what I mean? Even if this is a back and forth dish game, they're not going to put too much on Heineke in his first start in here, I would imagine. So Antonio Gibson is probably going to get a ton of work here. He's 14-4 at captain, so I mean you're getting a little bit of a discount off the quarterbacks. So, but like I said, Giants did not look good versus the run. Antonio Gibson gets fed. I believe he got like 20 carries week one. All right, he's at home in Washington in a game where they should be up and running the ball. Okay, so even if they fall down too, he gets targets in the pass game. So Antonio Gibson, just off what I'm expecting the game script to be and the matchup against the Giants, because also you keep into consideration that the Giants are pretty damn good. They allowed the fourth fewest fantasy points to perimeter receivers in week one. That being said, all right, with that being said, let me pull up my notes on that. All right, so James Bradbury and Adoree Jackson did a good job week one limiting fantasy points on the perimeter. All right, those are the perimeter cornerbacks for the Giants. That means Diamy Brown and Terry McLaurin are going to be dealing with those guys. Now, Terry McLaurin's a play regardless. Diamy Brown Terry McLaurin is in play regardless. Diamy Brown is locked regardless because he's 1-4. So I don't even care about the matchup. I don't care about none of that. He's only 1-4 and he's on the field way too much not to have him. All right. Terry McLaurin is also in play. Now, a guy that could possibly um, be sneaky in this game is Adam Humphreys. The only thing I don't like is he played much less offensive snaps than Diamy Brown and McLaurin did. So Adam Humphreys, though, he's going to be playing out of the slot going against Darnay Holmes, who got targeted a good bit week one because they realized that this is the weak point in this Giants defense. Bradbury and Adoree Jackson are solid on the outsides. Let's target Darnay Holmes in the slot, and that's exactly what I wouldn't be surprised if Washington tries to do, especially if the game script goes the other way and ends up Washington being down because Fitzpatrick's not in, Washington down, and them trying to, throw to keep up. But at the end of the day, Fitzpatrick left pretty early in that Washington game, and Heineke was serviceable. So I would expect Washington to play about as good as they would if they had Fitzpatrick. So don't worry too much about that. And Heineke is in play as well. But yeah, I want to talk about Humphreys because he has the matchup here when it comes to this. Let's go on the other side because my receiver that's on the other side is Kenny Golladay. Now, let me break down why I love Kenny Golladay here. If you look at the matchups here, once again, Kendall Fuller for Washington, the slot corner for Washington, is one of the better corners in the league, in the entire league. One of the best slot corners that you can find in the league, all right? He will be on Sterling Shepard, who had the big game week one. All right, Sterling Shepard had the big game week one. Kendall Fuller will be on his ass majority of the time in the slot. So I like that situation there for Kendall Fuller. Fuller should be able to hold Sterling Shepard in a bit of a lock, not shut him down completely, but hold him down a little bit. That is going to open up Kenny Golladay on the perimeter against Benjamin St. Just. All right, this dude got targeted heavily for Washington. All right, in week one they noticed, just like Giants were, they noticed about the Giants giving it up to the slot. The same thing was noticed for Washington. Washington's weak point was that right cornerback with their left-right wide receiver, and that's Kenny Golladay lines up over there on the left and will be taking advantage of this matchup against this guy. All right, this guy cannot hang with Kenny Golladay. Kenny Golladay is an absolute beast. He's got amazing hands. He's a big red zone target. I'm expecting a big game out of Kenny Golladay today. I'm expecting his New York Giants breakout game here. While everybody might be going Sterling Shepard because they saw a huge game week one, I'm going to be going Golladay because, like I said, Shepard will be dealing with Fuller, who is one of the better slot cornerbacks in the entire league. And then on the other side, you will have the matchup against William Jackson, who's also pretty solid of a cornerback as well. So the best matchup here by far is the matchup for Kenny Golladay against Benjamin St. Just. All right, so, and that is the guy that I will be putting in the course. So, as you can see, Antonio Gibson is a lock for me because I feel like regardless of how the game script goes, I love Antonio Gibson. He's not necessarily a lock-in captain, but I really, really love Antonio Gibson. Diamy Brown is locked at 1.4. His value is too cheap. You can even play with him at captain if you want and get all the studs in this game if you want. That is a decent GPP option, but I like Diamy Brown. Kenny Golladay, I'm hoping he goes low owned and he is like that diamond in the rough tonight. You know that's what it's all about in Showdown, is finding that diamond in the rough. We had the Van Jefferson play. He went off and had a great game. We had him and almost had a takedown because of it. And that's what it takes. All right. So with everybody possibly going the Shepard because he had the big week one, Golladay is going to be the dude. All right. Now let's talk other guys. That's kind of the core that I like. Obviously, I like the quarterbacks as well if you're able to get those guys in there. But that is my 3-player core. Those are the guys that I'll be playing the most tonight. Let's talk about other options tonight. All right, so both tight ends, Logan Thomas I love and Kyle Rudolph I love. Those are both solid options. I talked about Terry McLaurin. McLaurin is just, he's a guy that he's on the field 100% of the time. Like I said, the matchup is not ideal. It is a bit of a downgrade to McLaurin because of the matchup. But I fully expect McLaurin to do his thing. I mean, he's going to do okay at least. Do I see him having a blow-up game? Maybe not, but because the matchup against Bradbury is a tough one. But McLaurin is amazing. We all know that. I'm not going to have much interest in Darius Slayton, honestly. I don't have many lineups with Shepard or Slayton. It's a lot of Golladay here. If Golladay lets me down, then so be it. But yeah, I have a lot of exposure to Golladay. Let's see, what other guys do we have here? Adam Humphreys, I already talked about the situation with him. You can play kickers in this game, obviously. If you think pay attention to the situation on our boy Saquon Barkley. He is questionable. Let's check this out. They list him as questionable. He was down as a limited participant Monday through Wednesday after getting 10 carries and 3 targets. Said the running back will increase his workload as the season moves along. Might not be the time for him to turn to every down role. All right, so I would expect him to play, but probably not be 100% still. So a sneaky option would be Devontae Booker. Devontae Booker is a good pass catching back as well for the Giants. So if they fall behind and this game script does in fact go with what Vegas expects and Washington's being up, and the Giants throwing to keep up, I do think Devontae Booker is sneaky at 2-8, but you have to have Diamy Brown over Devontae Booker, 100%. Diamy Brown is the value on this slate. You play him, forget about it, and figure the rest out. Outside of that, though, that's pretty much my core of guys, man. Pretty much Kyle Rudolph, Adam Humphreys, Logan Thomas, Terry McLaurin, Heineke, Daniel Jones, Gibson, Diamy Brown, and Galladay. So it's about 9 players that I have in my player pool that I'll be playing around with, trying to find the perfect concoction to score the most points tonight. Good luck, everybody. I hope you kill it, man. We have been destroying Showdown so far, and week 2 is about to be a banger as well. So I'm excited. We have so much more information available to us than we did week 1. Week 1, all you could do is go off what you saw last year and hope for the best and hope they continue that route. And a lot of that did not occur in week 1 this year. So a lot of that information that you had available to you for week 1 didn't really matter. But now you have information of how teams played week 1 and have a good idea of snap counts and stuff like that. So week 2 should be much easier. Thank you guys for joining me as always. Let's get it. Kenny Galladay is my play of the night tonight. I hope he goes low owned, but we will see. Kenny Galladay is my guy. All right. Y'all have a good night. Peace.